trust each other.
It is a sad truth that our relations, having gone through a good patch in the 1990s and the early 2000s, are now going through a very difficult patch. There is no question of that at all.
As for trust, I trust Boris, and I trust him so much that I can call him even Boris, not Boris.
Ronald Reagan and Mikhail Gorbachev used to say, trust but verify. So, I can't remember what that is in Russian. Dobre na probre.
Я готов доверять без всякой верификации.
Well, I can trust him without verifying, and it'll give us a chance to advance towards normalizing our relations for the sake of our nations and for the sake of international cooperation. If you don't mind, another question.
Just wanted to say, Sergei, I certainly agree with the last bit of what you said, and in the sense that, plainly, to back to the gentleman from Russia today, it is not going to be possible for us to agree on everything, and we have a very different perspective of events in Crimea and elsewhere in cyberspace. He mentions the Litvinenko case. I didn't even bring it up. It wasn't in my recitation of obstacles between us, but it's certainly there.
My neighbor, Mr. Johnson, has recently said that he has no evidence that Russia interfered in the UK referendum on Brexit.
Not successfully is the word that I think you need to introduce.
You see, here's a phrase that if he doesn't contradict me, then when he gets back to the UK, his reputation is going to be ruined in the media.
Reputation I'm worried about. I think it's very, very important that you should recognise that Russian attempts to interfere in our elections and our referendums, whatever they may have not been successful. So you can reassure yourself on that point, and that's an important consideration, because I think had it been successful, that would have been an entirely different matter.
Отсутствие действий никогда не может привести к...
The absence of action can never result in anything. I agree with you, but we still would like to get some concrete facts supporting our unsuccessful meddling. Without facts, it is very hard to have a serious discussion. I think you've just made all this up in your Western company, and unfortunately right now you are sort of hostage to this subject. It is very hard to get down from the fence you've climbed.
As soon as I got into this excellent foreign minister, I immediately handed my coat, my hat, my gloves, and indeed everything that was in my pocket, secret or otherwise, to Sergei Lavrov, in the knowledge that he would look after it. And it would come to no harm. And look, yes, I'm just going to repeat my central message. Things have been difficult and are difficult between our two countries, but there is much we can work on together, and every reason to build trust now. Will that do?
Я могу сказать, что в карманах...
I can say that there was nothing in the pockets of Boris's coat.
Okay.
Спасибо большое.
How do you know, sir?